I'm Sam Mackenzie. I'm the managing partner for Davis Langdon. I look after the Scotland offices. We employ about 150 quantity surveyors, project managers and building surveyors. Every single job we do is different. Every day is different. Our clients will want something different. It's not without stresses, I have to say. Being from the Isle of Skye, there wasn't much other than going to a profession, into teaching, into fishing or tourism. And none of these really attracted me. Both my parents were teachers. My father died when I was about 10 years old. So my mother was left as a teacher on Skye. I think that put me off teaching. I couldn't imagine when I was in school that I would ever be a quantity surveyor or be in this position that I'm in now. I'm afraid when I was in school I didn't really attend terribly well to my studies, to everything, and I was going through, I don't know, a rebellious stage in a way. At age 11 we were bussed away from our home, which was only 23 miles away from the school, but we were made to stay in a boys' hostel from Monday to Friday. That was from age 11 to 17. We were put in with a bunch of other boys that we didn't really know. You had to live in a dorm with 6 other people in a dorm. You had awful masters who, created rules. But I think one of the big benefits I had from it was that as part of that regime, we had to do 2 hours study every night. No matter what happens, we had to do 2 hours study, and the teachers would patrol up and down, make sure you weren't reading comics, you weren't reading other books. So to prevent boredom, you had to do some sort of study, and that is what took me through school days. Otherwise, I would be, sort of still walking the streets looking for a job or something by now. And I had genuinely no idea what I was going to be doing when I left school. But I had some qualifications, and I remember my granny who said, "Why don't you do surveying?" And so I looked at surveying and I thought, oh yes, outside job, that's great, I'll apply for a college. I went down to Dundee for the interview with a college there. And through the interview, I remember the lecturer saying, "Do you know what quantity surveying is?" I said, "Well, actually, no, I don't." But I still got into the college, and I got through and I got my degree. And then I saw a little advert for a box number advert for a job in the Middle East, and I thought, that's for me. I want there. I think I had dreamt of Ferraris and things, but I applied and didn't hear anything for about 9 months, and then I got a phone call asking me if I was still interested in the Middle East. Of course I said yes, jumped at it, and landed out in Qatar within about 3 months, and started from there. 2 years there, went off to Brunei for 3 years, out to Singapore, Hong Kong, then back to London and up to Scotland. So a very varied career. I think looking back, I think the one turning point was my granny sort of saying, you must do something, and why not why not surveying? And I thought it was land surveying she was talking about, or something that was outside, tramping through fields and not having to do very much. And it's made a big impression on me all my life. That question, do you know what quantity surveying is? And I was so shocked there that I really thought, well, actually, I've got to do something. I can't just be in this position again.